Hello, today we will see explicit declaration of record class members with, as example, French actors. Java record classes provide a compact syntax for declaring immutable data carriers, but you're not just limited to the default behavior, you can explicitly define many of the derived members. Let's illustrate with the term French actors. Custom accessor method. You can explicitly define accessor methods that Java overrides generates automatically. Here's a record for an actor with a custom name method. In parentheses, accessor, it is like the getter setter, but it's not the name getter setter because it is not the same syntax. Here we don't have get or set name, we have only name, and this is the accessor of this field. So here's a record for an actor with a custom name method. So you have the record, French actor, which takes two parameters, name and birth year. And here we have a method, an accessor, which defines how to get the value of name. For example, public string name, parentheses, close parentheses, open curly braces, system.out.println, accessing name, plus name, return name, and close curly braces. Reminder, if you redefine accessors, they must match the auto-generated version, same name, return type, and be public. So you see you have public, here it is name, N-A-M-E, and here you have N-A-M-E, it is the same, okay? Similarly, if you implement your own version of the equals, hashcode, and toString methods, that ensures that they have the same characteristic and behavior as those in the java.logNoteRecord class, which is the common superclass of all record classes. Next. Static members in record classes. Record classes can include static fields, method, and static initializer. For example, let's track the average French actor's debut age. Here we have a record, French actor, still with name and birth year as parameter. Then we put a static field, average debut age as an int, and we put a static block, static curly braces, average double equal 22 semicolon close curly braces. And then we have a static method which returns a French actor and his name create young debut, taking as parameter the name and do a calculation with the static field declared above. And just to give some precision, static member is a static method, field, etc. So it is not only the field. Next, what's not allowed in records? Unlike normal classes, record classes cannot declare instance non-static field outside of the header, use instance initializer, like in the example, in the following example, it won't compile. If we do record French actor with name and birth year as parameter, you can't define instance field, an instance attribute, like this, a B function taking as generic integer, and then we have edge calculator, and you can't define a block without static, which do some calculation when the record is instantiated. This is not possible in record. Next, instance method and nested types. Even though records are mostly about data, you can still add behavior via instance method. You can also nest types, including other record classes. Here's an example where we can calculate how old an actor will be in a specific year and use a nested record for movie awards. So record, French actor, still the same, with name and birth year. Then you have a nested record class, record award, which take a title and a year. Then you have an instance method. Instance method is possible, but not an instance block, because here you define a method. You don't just load something as the instantiation of the class, of the record. So this is possible, an instance method, public int age in year, parentheses, you put the year in parameter, and you return the year minus the birth year. And here you have an example usage, public award win award. It is a method which takes title and award year as parameter and return new award with as parameter, title, and award year, which is a record defined just above. Okay, and so to conclude, final notes. You can declare instance method and static members. You can nest classes including other records, but you cannot declare native methods in record classes. I remind, native method is methods that are defined in other languages and that has read as a native code by the classes. It is possible in classic classes, but not in record classes. Summary with the French twist. So here we have a code var Marion equal new French actor as parameter Marion Cotillard and birth year 1975. Then we do a system.out.println on Marion.name, custom accessor that we defined previously. Then we do system.out.println age in 2025 plus Marion.age in year parentheses 2025, the method that we defined previously also. And finally, we have a var award equal Marion.win award. We define an award for Marion, which is the César in 2005. And then we print this award, a nested record usage. Record classes are great for modeling simple data structures like information about your favorite French actor while still letting you define useful logic and structure where needed. Thank you very much and maybe see you in another video. Bye.